Today we're going to look at some animal cards and learn little facts about animals. Our first animal is a giraffe, and I heard the Chattanooga Zoo is going to get giraffes this summer, so you should definitely check them out. So giraffe can be up to 20 feet tall. That is so tall. They weigh 3,000 pounds, and they live in the grasslands of Africa. This is the giraffe. Next, we have the giant anteater. The Chattanooga Zoo also has a giant anteater named Bessie. Or Betsy, I can't remember. They can weigh up to 60 pounds. They are 6 to 7 feet long, and they live in swampy areas such as the grasslands of Central and South America. This is the anteater, the giant anteater. They can eat up to 30,000 insects in one day. That's a lot of bugs. And they also eat some fruit. So, our anteater. This is a bear. And it can be up to 4 to 5 feet tall. So that's about as tall as me. I'm about 5 feet tall, maybe a little taller. They can be up to 9 feet long. And they live in the islands of North America and coastlines and tundras. They like to eat salmon and the fish in its jaws, and it chews it all up to eat it. So this is the bear. Next, we have a giant panda. Look how cute they are. So they're about 4 to 4.5 feet tall. They weigh 300 pounds, and they live in mountainous areas of China. They eat a lot of bamboo per day. Look at the panda. Next, we have a grizzly bear. They're not as big as the other bear. They're only 3.5 feet tall, and they weigh up to 500 pounds. They live in the tundra above the timber line in Western North America and Canada. So these live way up there in Northern America. The grizzly bear. Next, we have the cheetah. They can be up to 3 feet tall, so that's not very big. They weigh up to 120 pounds, so that's the size of a small adult. And they live in semi-desert areas, grasslands, and bush of East Africa, Iran, and Afghanistan. The cheetah is the fastest mammal in the world, speeds up to 70 miles an hour. That's about how fast your parents drive on the highway. That is very fast. And they can cover up to 23 feet in a single stride. That is a big step, the cheetah. Next, we have the tiger. They can be from 3 to 5 feet tall. They can weigh from 400 to 600 pounds. And they live in rainforests, swamps, or mountain terrain of Asia and India. This is the tiger. Next, we have a chimpanzee, and the Chattanooga Zoo has lots of chimpanzees. I think they have 8 to 9. And they can be up to 5.5 feet tall. They can weigh up to 125 pounds, and they live in the forests and grasslands of Africa. They usually travel around on the ground, generally on all fours, in small groups or family parties of 8 to 10. This is a chimpanzee. This is a wolf. A wolf can be up to 2.5 feet tall and weigh between 100 and 110 pounds. They live in tundra, plains, and forests of North America and Eurasia. They are great travelers, and many follow caribou herds for many miles. This is the wolf. Next, we have the hippo. Look at the hippo. They can be up to 5 feet tall, and they weigh 3 to 4 tons. That's a lot. And they live in lakes and rivers in Africa. This is the hippo. Now we have the American American black bear. They can be up to 3 feet tall and weigh up to 500 pounds. They live in the evergreen forest of North America. Look how cute they are. Now we have the polar bear. Look how cute. He can be up to 5.5 feet tall, and he lives in the Arctic ice packs, coastal areas, tundra of Asia, and North America. The polar bear. Now we have the koala bear. They can be up to 24 pounds, so they're a little bit smaller. And they live in the coastal eastern Australia area. They look like a stuffed toy with fluffy ears, and they're sometimes called Australia's native bear, even though it's not really a bear. Look at the koala. Now we have the orangutan. Look at him. They can be up to 5.5 feet tall. They can weigh up to 200 pounds, and they live in forest of Borea and Sumatra. Orangutan means old man of the woods. And this is the orangutan. Now we have the lion. Lion can be up to 3 feet tall, 500 pounds, and they live in African grasslands. Their roar can be heard from 4 or 5 miles away. That's a very far distance how loud their roar is. This is the lion. Now we have a puma. They can be 2.5 feet tall, and they can weigh up to 160 pounds. So that's like the size of an adult. They live in mountain deserts and jungle areas of North, Central, and South America. They are also known as the cougar or mountain lion. So this is the puma right here. Now we have the Arctic fox. Look how cute. They can be up to 1 feet tall, so they're not very tall. They're about that tall. They weigh 6 to 15 pounds, so that's maybe as much as a bowling ball. And they live in the tundra Arctic Circle of Eurasia, North America, Greenland, and Iceland. So this is the Arctic fox. Now we have a 3-toed sloth. There are sloths at the Chattanooga Zoo, and you should definitely check them out. They can be up to 2 feet tall. They can weigh 10 to 15 pounds, so as much as a larger bowling ball. And they typically live in the tropical forests of South and Central America. They spend a lot of time sleeping, and they're very lazy. And they are excellent swimmers, and they're nocturnal, so that means they sleep during the day and are awake at night. Check these out at the Chattanooga Zoo. Oh, we have a spider monkey. The Chattanooga Zoo also has a spider monkeys. They can be up to 2 feet tall, 15 to 20 pounds, and they live in the forest from Mexico to Uruguay. So they're in Central America and South America. They've been known to break off dead branches and throw them at intruders. So I don't think you want to scare a spider monkey because they might throw a stick at you. Spider monkey. Next, we have the gorilla. They can be up to 6 feet tall and up to 600 pounds. They live in the rainforests, in the lowlands, and mountains of Africa. They're the largest apes in the world. They're incredibly strong but gentle and peaceful. And they do not eat meat. They only eat plants and vegetables and fruits. And he usually is at least 10 years old, the male leader of the pack. Next, we have the African elephant. Look at that elephant. They can be up to 12 feet tall, and they can weigh up to 16,000 pounds. That is so big. They live in forests, grasslands, and scrub of Africa. They have tight tusks, their nose, used for digging. Elephant. Now we have the gazelle. Look at that. They can be up to 3 feet tall and weigh up to 100 pounds. They live in the plains and semi-deserts of Africa and Asia. They can run up to speeds of 50 miles an hour, so that's about as fast as you would go on a 2-lane road, maybe slower. But they have huge herds. They travel with groups of 100 gazelles. Gazelle. Next, we have a zebra. They can be up to 4.5 feet tall and weigh up to 900 pounds. They live in grassy plainlands in the uplands of Africa, And I just read an article that there's now something called a zonkey, a zebra combined with a donkey. We'll have to check that out another day. So this is a zebra. Next, we have a kit fox. Oh, look how cute. They can be up to a foot and a half tall. They can weigh 8 pounds. So that's maybe as much as this folder is. They live in the plains and deserts of Western North America. So they can live in our continent that we live in. And they has a yellowish gray fur with a black tipped tail. The kite fox, I'm sorry. Bighorn sheep, look at this guy. They can be up to 4 feet tall, up to 300 pounds, and they live in Rocky Mountains and upland areas from Canada to Mexico. So Rocky Mountains are in the United States, so we could see one of these guys in the United States. Next, we have a deer. They can be up to 3 feet tall and up to 200 pounds. I'm sure you've seen deers around the area that you live in. They live in the woodland areas. Now we have a caribou. They can be up to 4 feet tall and up to 600 pounds. Wow. They live in the Arctic tundra and evergreen woodland of North America and Eurasia. They have twisting antlers. Next, we have the black rhino. That guy looks a little scary. He can be up to 5 feet tall and weigh 2 to 3 tons. They live in bush and grasslands of Africa. They like large puddles and covering itself with mud, which helps the animal stay cool and rid of ticks and flies. The black rhino. Last but not least, we have the moose. It can be up to 6.5 feet tall. It can weigh up to 1,800 pounds, and it lives in swampy areas and water courses of North America. So we could see these guys in America too. Well, thanks for watching me teach you about animals, and I hope you learned something new today. Bye.